Hello, my name is Josh Russo. I'm the state representative for the CKF, the Chinese Karate Federation. As you can see, I'm wearing a CKF uniform with the lineage under Mr. Sean B. Kelly. I am wearing a third-degree black belt that Mr. Kelly has allowed me to wear, but the black belt is under the lineage of Mr. Mills, under my instructor, Mr. Rick Brumby. So I have no pretenses that I am a third degree under the Ed Parker American Kenpo system. I hold the rank of a senior red belt in Ed Parker's American Kenpo, but that was under a local Kenpo artist here who has credentials, but it's nothing like learning from a master of the art, Mr. Kelly. All of the techniques, all of the forms to the standards of the CKF, and I'm working on that. So there's no pretense by wearing this third degree black belt that I am an Ed Parker's American Kenpo third degree black belt. It's just a belt to hold my pants up, and it gives an indication of how many years I've been in American Kenpo. I started my journey in 1994, and I've been pretty much straight through to this 2026. Obviously, if you know any martial artist, life happens. So there were short stints in that period of time where I was not able to train with an instructor, but any martial artist that loves their art trains, even if they don't have an instructor at the time. So that's a short biography of my Kenpo lineage. I started, and to review, I started with Mr. Ben Cohen. That's my yellow belt. I went to Mr. Cohen, and in 1994, and that was the largest step is to walk into that that dojo and go in as a white belt, knowing nothing, kind of scared of what you're going to what's going to happen. You're going to get beat up. What are you going to learn? Am I going to look stupid? That's the largest step in walking into a dojo is a white belt. It's the most difficult belt because it's getting into the door. Once I walked into the door, knowing a friend of mine that was in American Kenpo, I fell in love. After Mr. Cohen had left to California to start a movie career, Mr. Walter Somerville was my instructor in the Double Dragons martial arts studio. Studied with him for a short time, and I have a belt under Mr. Somerville. Then Mr. Somerville has sold his studio to Mr. Friedman, Mr. Mike Friedman. And I studied with Mr. Friedman. His curriculum was a little bit different, not in Kenpo, but in the rankings for each belt level. So I wasn't concerned about belt level, so I started from the beginning and went through all of the forms and sets that were required to get the rank that I was at blue belt. Then from there was a period of time where I studied with a local Kenpo artist that has credentials, that had credentials in the Deltona and DeBerry area. And I worked with that until my senior red belt, and I was prepared for testing for my black belt. Pretty much I had to come up with my own form. That was one of the requirements at that karate studio, and make sure that all of my techniques were crisp and clean, ready for testing. And the testing obviously was all of your forms, all of your sets, all of your techniques, and then sparring. Everybody that would honor you would come in. Unfortunately, I was involved in a horrific car accident, and I was traveling from Winter Haven to Deltona and DeBerry at the time. And after that accident, I could not drive that far anymore. It was just psychologically, it was very, very difficult for me because there were fatalities in that accident. So I searched the local area in Winter Haven, and I found a instructor through my safety director where I was working at, Mr. Tucker, Terry Tucker, who's a judoist. I worked with him for a short period of time in judo, loved judo, and but my heart was in American Kenpo. He had told me that his first promotion to black belt as a judoka was a gentleman by the name of Baron Shepherds. He gave me Baron's email address because he said that he didn't know if he was teaching Kenpo or if he would even consider taking me as a student. So I emailed him, I gave a letter of introduction and asked if he would take me on as a student, and he responded back to me and with an affirmative yes. So I was able to study with Mr. Barron for quite a while, for probably about 2 years. And he was working with Mr. Rick Brumby, who was in St. Cloud. Now, Mr. Barron was teaching a different form of a Kenpo, and it was the Mills style of Kenpo through the AKKI. And I loved it. But it wasn't the Kenpo that I had originally learned, the Ed Parker's American Kenpo. But it was Kenpo. Same vocabulary, same movements involved, the same strikes, same kicks, and so on. But a little different flavor, different names to the techniques, and so on. So there was a period of a time that I was going with Mr. Barron, and there was an opportunity that I had to train with Mr. Barron and Mr. Rick. I'd asked Mr. Barron if it was okay if I traveled to St. Cloud. There was a way that I could go on, not on the highway, but back roads, so I felt comfortable in travel to visit Mr. Brumby. Mr. Barron had told me is that if you're dedicated enough to do that, to continue with me and study with Mr. Rick, you have my blessing. So I started to go and see Mr. Rick. That was about 2013. And I enjoyed it. I was eaten up with the mill style of American Kenpo, and I had the opportunity to continue. Mr. Barron had went from teaching American Kenpo to continuing his work with judo, and so I then went to Mr. Brumby full time. So from 2013 to the COVID mess that had happened is when I studied through Mr. Rick Brumby. So from 2013 to 2020, about 7 years. And in that 7-year period, I went from white belt curriculum to black belt material and to third degree black belt material. Mr. Brumby also let me carry my brown belt that I had at the time. If you see on my board, I have a senior brown belt because there was no red belt in the mill system. He said that I could wear my senior brown belt because I was in the art of Kenpo for so long. He wanted to honor my work that I had put forth to that point. So I wore that senior brown belt, working with white belt techniques all the way to the third degree. I tested there, and right before COVID had hit, I received my third degree in 2020. So it is 2026, I've been teaching ever since. As soon as COVID released a little bit, I opened my home to all of the students that were wanting to continue. Mr. Brumby had decided to retire for the time, and in pursuits of a career with the Osceola County. So that's where we're at right now. So I have two curriculums that I'm teaching. I'm teaching mill style of American Kenpo, not through the AKKI. The AKKI is no longer in existence after Mr. Mills had passed away. I don't wear his patch. I wear Mr. Rick's patch when I'm teaching that style, and that was from Premier Kenpo. And when I'm working with the Ed Parker American Kenpo under the CKF, I wear this particular gi. And with the permission from Mr. Kelly to wear my 3rd degree black belt as an instructor.